Yeah, it was massively different. I struggled. I didn't have any rear end, and then the car wasn't turning in low speeds. So yesterday I didn't have that problem.
Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc have both been disqualified from the Chinese Grand Prix in a disastrous blow for Ferrari in the second race of the 2025 F1 season. The cars of both drivers failed post-race checks, with Hamilton's skid block found to be below the minimum thickness, while Leclerc's car was found to be underweight. Alpine's Pierre Gasly has also been disqualified for an underweight car. It means Hamilton and Leclerc's points for their 6th and 5th place finish respectively 8 and 10 are wiped from their championship tally. The disqualification does not impact Hamilton's sprint race victory on Saturday, for which he secured 8 points, but it marks a calamitous end to the Shanghai weekend for Ferrari and their team boss Fred Vasseur. However, after the race, a technical delegate's report stated that, when the skid wear of Hamilton's car was checked following the Grand Prix, the rearmost skid was found to be below the minimum 9mm thickness required, meaning that the matter was referred to the stewards. Hamilton and a team representative were subsequently required to report to the stewards and, after the hearing took place, it was announced that the Briton had been disqualified from the results of Sunday's race. A document released following the hearing reads, "The plank assembly of car 44 was measured and found to be 8.6mm, LHS, 8.6mm car centerline, and 8.5mm, LRHS. This is below the minimum thickness of 9mm specified under Article 3.5.9 of the Technical Regulations." During the hearing, the team representative confirmed that the measurement is correct and that all required procedures were performed correctly. The team also acknowledged that there were no mitigating circumstances and that it was a genuine error by the team. The stewards determined that Article 3.5.9 of the FIA Formula One technical regulations has been breached, and therefore the standard penalty of a disqualification needs to be applied for such an infringement. It marks a nightmare end to the day for Ferrari, with Leclerc having also received a post-race disqualification from P5 after his car was found to be below the minimum weight required by the technical regulations. Like Hamilton, Leclerc and a team representative were summoned to the stewards following a technical delegate's report on the matter, which noted that Leclerc's SF25 was 1 kilogram below the minimum weight, and it was later announced that the Monegasque had been disqualified. Alpine's Pierre Gasly was also hit with a disqualification for the same breach as Leclerc, with the Endstone outfit remaining as the only team yet to score a point so far in 2025. The double disqualification for Ferrari means that Esteban Ocon, Kimi Antonelli, Alex Albon and Ollie Bearman, who had finished in 7th through to 10th respectively, are now promoted by 2 positions, while Lance Stroll and Carlos Sainz also take home points by moving into the top 10, given that Gasly has also been disqualified from P11. Now 18 years into his career, and hoping to see it out with a flourish, it will not have gone unnoticed by Lewis Hamilton that while McLaren, with whom he started in Formula One all those years ago, are enjoying a breathless, heady run of form, his opening with Ferrari has been an altogether more frustrating affair. The team's fate in the Chinese Grand Prix could not have been in greater contrast, and it is doubtful that it would give Hamilton occasion for so much as a wry smile. In a processional race at Shanghai, McLaren's Oscar Piastri won with a commanding drive from pole, and with his teammate Lando Norris behind him, they secured McLaren's 50th 1-2 finish and the team's first of the season. On this form, it will not be the last. Ferrari, meanwhile, pulled the chocks away and let the scarlet rollercoaster rip. From Hamilton's superb pole and victory in the sprint race on Saturday, the dizzying highs and expectations fell to a dismal low in less than 24 hours. In the race, their car was steadfastly off the pace, 4th fastest behind the McLarens, the Mercedes of George Russell who was 3rd, and the Red Bull of Max Verstappen in 4th. It was a troubling enough prospect, given the team seemed puzzled as to why their performance is coming and going with insouciant disregard for their feelings. At least they crossed the finish line, albeit in 5th and 6th for Charles Leclerc and Hamilton respectively. As for adding to their points tallies, unfortunately not. 3 hours after the flag fell, both Leclerc and Hamilton had been summarily disqualified for breaking technical regulations. No grey area, no appeal, just a slam dunk, got it wrong. After the usual checks on the cars in Parc Fermé, the skid blocks on the underside of Hamilton's Ferrari were found to be below the legal thickness by 0.5mm, and Leclerc's car underweight by 1 kilogram. These are tiny margins, but they are known, calculated for as part of the preparation. Conforming is a given and forms part of what is considered precision execution. Push the boundaries for performance, but stay within them for points. So Hamilton disqualified from Chinese GP after skid block breach as Ferrari suffered double disqualification. Chinese GP but woe for Ferrari as Hamilton and Leclerc disqualified. Like and comments below.